Good morning. Good morning. Please take your seat.
Thank you.
Alright, let's get started. Thanks for making the time today, everyone. The main goal for this session is to settle the design specs for our small-scale automated conveyance system for packaging. We need to make sure product flow between the weighing, labeling and sorting units is seamless. By the end of this meeting, I want us to finalize our hardware specs and make sure everyone knows their exact delivery numbers. Before we dive into the agenda, we need someone to take the official minutes. Keshwindhini, mind acting as our secretary for this project alongside your safety cook?
Sure, no problem. I will log the minutes, action items and decision points.
Appreciate it. Here's how we'll break down today's topic: frame structure and bulk selection, drive systems and electrical setup, sensor integration and logic control, safety features and risk management, work delegation, deadlines and next steps. If no one has anything to add to the agenda, let's jump straight to item 1. Agenda 1, material handling and belt specification. Yuvaraaj, let's start with the physical setup. What are we looking at? The frame and the belt material.
Okay, for a brick of the size, my steel tubing is our best bet for the main frame. It gives us solid structural rigidity without blowing the budget. As for the conveyor belt itself, a standard PVC belt works for best here. It's durable, cost effective and easy to clean or replace when we need it.
What about load capacity? The standard PVC handle our targeted throughout without slipping or stretching over time.
Okay, it will as long as we size the belt thickness and drive roller diameter properly based on our maximum package mass. It will run the calculation on the belt tension before we order anything.
From a safety angle, let's make sure we specify a rounded frame edge and side cut along the belt cut so the package don't snap or fall off.
Good point. Let's make sure those guards are included in the initial check. Agenda 2, power systems and electrical integration. Moving on to the drive system. Prithive, what motor setup are you proposing?
I'm learning to work a standard DC generator motor. The gearbox will give us the low speed, high torque output we need to maintain steady travel speeds when package enter the bed.
Based on our load estimates, a power rating around 0.5 kW to 0.8 kW should give us enough headroom without drawing unnecessary power.
Okay, we ought to pair that with a dedicated PFD or PWM motor controller. That way, we get soft start capability and speed control instead of sudden start that could trip package over.
And that controller needs to tie directly into our hardwire emergency stop circuit. So power cut immediately if an e-stop is hit.
Agenda 3, sensors and automation logic. Gabriel, how are we handling package tracking and system logic?
We'll place photoelectric sensors at each key station, entry, weighing, labeling and sorting. They give us fast response times to trigger actuators and stop the belt precisely where needed.
What happens if a sensor gets blocked or fails mid-operation?
Yeah, we can write a simple timer routine in the controller. If a sensor stays triggered longer than 3 seconds, the system drops into a false state and then stop the belt and outputs an error code on the status display.
That logic also protects the motor. If there's a mechanical jam, the fault trip stops the drive before the motor stalls and overheats.
Agenda 4, operational safety and standards. Safety is a core priority for this build. Keshwindhini, walk us through the layout requirements.
Aside from the physical install buttons at both ends, we need physical method guards over all rotating drives, shafts and link points. I will also draft a safety clear labels and rotating procedures.
We should also ground the main steel chassis properly to avoid any static build-up or electrical short circuits.
Agreed. All wiring will run through protective conduit channels underneath the frame so nothing is hanging loose.
How about adding a 3-stage satellite which is red, yellow, green mounted on top? It gives anyone in the lab a quick visual check on whether the line is running, idling or halted.
That's straightforward to implement and keeps operation clear. Let me know if that adds much to the electrical bill. Agenda 5, Project Roles, Deadline and next meeting. Let's lock in the assignments and schedule so we stay on track.
Complete frame design, belt calculation and CAD layout by Friday, May 5th.
Finalize motor sizing, power wiring diagram, and controller specs by Monday, May 18th.
Map of sensor placements, pinouts, and draft the control logic flowchart by Monday, May 18th.
Draft the safety protocol checklist hazard signage placement and organize our meeting documentation by Wednesday, May 20th.
I'll integrate everyone's design specs into the master technical proposal draft. Is everyone clear on their task and deadlines?
Works for me.
Got it, clear on my end.
Everything alright?
Noted, I have record all the minutes.
Great. We'll meet again to review our preliminary CAD models and circuit schematics on Thursday, May 21st at 10 AM in Lab 3. If there's nothing else, thanks for the input today. Meeting adjourned. Alright, you guys can take leave right now. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Thank you for making my time.
Okay, sir.